Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay, which is Racehorse Owners and Trainers Day, better known as Rowan Day, and it will be run on the 26th of June. As the carnival is just a week away from kicking off with the running of the Ladbrokes Darwin Guineas on the 3rd of July, this weekend's fixture is an important lead-up to those upcoming features, and the time-honoured Rowan Cup is no exception. Overall, fields are again strong, with some 67 acceptors in the 7 races, and 5 of those races are each-way betting affairs. The first gets underway at 1:54 p.m, with the last, the Rowan Cup, time to go at 5:30. The opener is the Nisiforo Group Handicap. It's a 0 to 70 event. We're running the first over 1,600 metres, and in that opener, my numbers are 2, 1 and 6. Going here with number 2, Masterati, from the very much informed Nicole Brueggemann's stable, and Vanessa Arnott, another informed rider. She takes the mount again. This horse was just touched off a week ago here by Lord Smedley, and quite a phenomenal performance from Lord Smedley. He came from another postcode to run a Masterati down very close to the line. Won by half a length, he was going that quick. But Masterati was really good. That was 1,300 metres, up to the 1,600, at which he has won before. In fact, here on the 16th of April, won over 1,600 in benchmark company. And I think with that really good run under his belt last time, as long as he backs up, which I think he will, he'll take plenty of beating. Number 2 on top, to beat number 1, Embley, from the stable of Kerry Petrick, and Paul Denton, the senior rider visiting from Alice Springs. I think Paul will be up here for the remainder of the carnival now, so good to have him here. Embley was a good 4th last week behind Lord Smedley. That was an improved performance. I recall Craig Sant in the call saying that it was a better run from Embley, so we'll put him into run 2nd. And in for 3rd, number 6, Skeldak. Just forget he went round last week over a mile. Paul Shires rode the horse red in the gates, lost all chance at the start. Emma Steele trains, and he goes up in grade and down in weight, and we'll put him into run 3rd. So in the day's opener, my numbers are 2, 1 and 6. The second's the UCAR Trobus Handicap. UCAR have been great supporters of this race day for many, many years. Jim Kerr and the team there at UCAR, so make sure you give them plenty of support when you need to get sand or rock or those sort of things at your property. This one over 1,200 metres, it's a 0 to 58. Numbers here are 5, 1 and 4. He was good winning his maiden, number 5, Lionel, I thought last time out, trained by Gary Clark. And Alice Lindsay takes the mount, claims the 2 kilograms, so drops the horse's weight down to 56.5. That win was on the 12th of June. It was in Maiden company over 1,100. Steps up to the 1,200 here, but I think the way that it hit the line, it won't worry it at all. Number 5, Lionel, to go back to back. Ahead of number 1, Moscow Mule. He's a 2-race winner trained by Gary LaFoe, and was in winning form last time out here on the 12th of June as well. Adam Nichols, good to see Chippy back riding. He missed last week's meeting with a slight concussion, but he's back and raring to go, I can tell you. Moscow Mule in for 2nd, and in for 3rd, number 4, Huckleberry, trained by Kev Lamprick and to be ridden by Jason Lyon. Won his maiden at Adelaide River. I think he's a horse with a future. We've got him into run 3rd. In the second, my numbers are 5, 1 and 4. The third's the On Fire Racing Handicap. The boys from On Fire Racing have been having a great run with their racehorses lately, and they sponsor this race, so good on those lads. The event over the 1,200 again, 0 to 66, and my numbers here are 12, 4 and 5. Going here with number 12, Tug of War. Was impressed with this horse having his first up run in Darwin last time out. Gary Clark trains, Jared Todd aboard. Came storming home on that occasion behind Rock Atomic. That was 1,100. The step to the 1,200 rather won't worry this 5-year-old chestnut mare by War. Goes up, as I mentioned, in trip, and I've got her on top, number 12. To beat number 4, Miracu, from the Jason Manning stable, and of course the On Fire Racing boys have a share in this horse, so they'll be hoping they can win their own race. Miracu to be ridden by Vanessa Arnott, and comes here from South Australia. Had some pretty good form down there. Finished 3rd last time out at Morfettville Parks. Also ran 5th at Caulfield and 6th at Pakenham not long before that. So an interesting runner. Got it into run 2nd, and for 3rd, number 5, Mr Boom Jangles. Gary LaFoe trains. Paul Shires aboard. Fresh up Mr Boom. He trialled earlier this week, looked ready for a bold, fresh up run. In the 3rd, 12, 4 and 5. The Force, the JSM Civils Handicap. This is 0 to 62 and we're at the 1100 metres for this one. Race 4 on the card. Numbers here 7, 5 and 8. Soldier of the Brave, number 7, looking for another win. Was impressive last time out over 1200 metres. Just drops in trip slightly, but certainly the way it finished off the other day in the hands of Alice Lindsay, who takes the mount again. I think Soldier of the Brave will take plenty of beating. Going up in grade, but certainly the 2 kilogram claim takes the weight to a manageable 57 kilograms. 7 on top. To beat number 5, the Trooper. Kev Lamprick's got a little team here in Darwin from Alice Springs, and all of them going pretty well too. Stan Sakos takes them out. This horse had the one start in Darwin just a couple of weeks ago on the 12th of June. Really good run that day, I thought. Finished 3rd behind Rock Atomic, hit the line strongly. The 1100 metres, probably be better if it was 1200 for the Trooper, but he is going well. And in for 3rd, number 8, Silver Melody. Good to see this mare back in the territory. Gary Clark trains. Jared Todd aboard. She's more than capable. Her recent racing's been in South Australia. In the 4th, 7, 5 and 8. The 5th's the Totem Fencing Handicap, another good supporter of Rowan Day, Totem Fencing. This is the 0 to 76 and we're over the sprint trip of 1,000 metres. My numbers here are 4, 2 and 3. Going here with number 4, Dizzy Miss Lizzie. She hasn't raced since winning the Queen of the Desert in Alice Springs on Cup Day. Trained, of course, by Gary Clark. Kim Gladwin takes them out here on Dizzy Miss Lizzie. 7 weeks since she last raced, but she's capable and she does race well on the fresh side, so I've got her on top. To beat number 2, our Luca. Kerry Petrick trains. Paul Denton takes them out here. This horse hasn't had a run since the 27th of March, but did trial here a week and a half ago, and I just like the way it trialled on that occasion. Won the trial, and I think it'll go a bold race here. And in for 3rd, number 3, So Stoic. Will be the beneficiary of Dylan Stanley's 4 kilogram claim. Takes his weight down from 59.5 to a luxury 55.5. Raced here last week behind Newand. And finished 7th on that occasion, beaten only 7 lengths, so allowing him another chance here. My numbers in the 5th are 4, 2 and 3. Getting down to the business end, race 6, the Darwin Horse Floats Maiden Plate, over 1,300 metres. The last 2 races on the card will be over the trip of 1,300. This is the Maiden, and my numbers here, 12, 4 and 1. Going with number 12 on top, Northern Factor, really knocking on the door for Kerry Petrick. And Paul Denton again in the saddle. Last start 3rd behind Lionel. Was a good run. Up and trip, I think, is the key to Northern Factor. Up from the 1100 to the 1300 metres. I think that'll suit this mare down to the ground, and I've got her on top for a well-deserved win, number 12. To beat number 4, Ogrim. Trained by Merv Rumble and Kimmy Gladwin in the saddle. He's dropping back in trip. Raced at a mile last time out, ran 4th behind Keller's Shelter, who of course goes to the Guineas on Saturday week. I think dropping back to the 1300 will help Ogrim, and his previous couple of runs were 2nd placings here, so he's right in the mix. And in for 3rd, number 1, Creative Control, Gary Lafoe trains, and Paul Shires aboard. Good 3rd here last outing on the 16th of April behind Princess de Jure. Hasn't had a run for almost 2.5 months now, Creative Control, but has had a recent trial. In the 6th, 12, 4 and 1. And the feature, race 7, is the Tab Rowan Gold Cup. Always a good race. A little bit light the field this time. Only the 9 runners surprised me a little. It's normally a full field, and on occasions we've actually had to divide this race as horses look to the carnival and getting up over a bit more ground. But only the 9 to go round, and of course the winner is exempt from the ballot in the Chief Minister's Cup on day 2 of the carnival. The 1,300 metres, as we mentioned, my numbers here are 4, 1 and 6. Going here with Gary Clark's Autocratic, looking for 4 straight wins. Jared Todd aboard. Of course, won the Guineas over this trip 12 months ago, and now a 4-year-old really has gone on with the job. Last start win here was over this trip, beating Spielberg a length, and he only has to reproduce his best here. And with 55.5, he's well in at the weights. I think he'll take plenty of beating. Number 4 on top. To beat number 1, Chaonic. I like the way this horse finished off the other day for Neil Dyer. Dylan Stanley claims the 4 kilograms, so he'll carry 59 kegs, which is a manageable weight for a horse of his quality. He was 4th last time behind Noir de Roux. That was at 1,200. 1,300 will suit better, 1,600 even better, but look to him to hit the line strongly. And in for 3rd, number 6, Spielberg, racing consistently. Jason Lyon for Angie Forster. 4-1-6 in the Rowan Gold Cup. Best bet of the day comes up in race 3, number 12, Tug of War. Race 3, number 12, Tug of War. Just like the way this mare finished off the other day, and I think with that first run on the track under her belt, she'll be hard to beat. Well, the best roughie is in the last. Race 7, number 3, Handsome Return. Trained by Chris Nash and heading towards the Darwin Cup. Had a trial here a week and a half ago and went nicely. Obviously this is short of his best, but look to him as well to be hitting the line strongly. Race 7, number 3, Handsome Return. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again next week as we preview day 1 of the 8-day Great Northern Darwin Cup Carnival, which this year promises rather to be bigger and better than ever. Until next time, good luck and good punting.